All right. Yeah, 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 yeah. I like how we just start and then we start deciding what we're gonna. um. So yeah. Here's one. Has anybody used AI to generate any images? I mean, that's a basic one that a lot of people may have dived into, and some may be scared to death to even wouldn't even know how to start. So because my page is listed on Facebook as a location. I just updated it, so it's not letting me do it. I can usually just type in. I can tag that I'm at like pin it on the Facebook post. I'm at Robin C Stern. It's pretty cool. I'll do I love my geek instead. Yeah, what's yours? Codexo sites or what else? So DEXOSITES. And then what's the other one? KYL KYLEKERN. Oh no, I was hashtagging. I wasn't even tagging like that. I was yeah. Yes, I guess I should say I'm with you. That's right. All right. Yes. There he is. Yep, in the red background. Gotcha. All right. And I'll be there in about 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Save. He started before me. Of course, I was harassing him about not being ready. And then, okay, connect videos. What's the video source? Not stop and start. See, glad somebody caught that. Oh, it changed my persistent stream key copy. Mine decided to, since I'm not posting it in my group, it changed the stream key.
So if I go here, yeah, we're back. We're back.
Hey, we're back.
No, I just didn't have RTX voice on, so whenever I don't have the application open, it's just like, yeah, your mic doesn't work. Okay.
All right. Well,
Speaking
mine's
of
not.
AI, dude, RTX voice is, one of those AI software programs that works right directly with your GPU. And like if I start, I think if I clapping and nothing comes through the microphone.
Right.
So, um, you know, it's so cool. I used to use it because I had like fans and everything inside my room, and you know, it just instantly cut them all back out, and it's gotten so much better because I started using it back in 2021,
Right.
back whenever it first came out.
So now it's killing.
Yeah, automatically hide task. There
All
we
right.
go.
See if I got the right stream key
We're
now.
live and everything is rocking and rolling.
Maybe people can hear me. Going live in 3, 2, 1. All right. Cool. It's only 18 minutes after 4, but you know what happens in 2 more minutes?
Oh,
It's 4:20.
it's 4:20.
Baby.
Blaze it and blaze it, baby.
4:20. It's 4:18. Give me 2 minutes. Hang on. I'll be right back.
Okay. Not yet.
Oh, the Bob Marley. You know what's
Jimmy,
funny
what's
about that?
happening? What's going on, man? You good?
Yeah, that was a Bob Marley reference, right? And
Flip your
so you're talking
background.
to
Can't
people that
flip
I
the
can't see.
background.
You're talking to people I can't see and hear, right?
Yeah. Google
Okay.
Meet. Google Meet does this thing where it automatically displays it backwards to me. And feel like figuring it out because I want to go live. So background stays flipped. It is how it
Oh,
is.
yours it's flipped on the other?
Yeah, it's flipped on the actual display. So I got people, they're saying flip the background. I don't know why, man, but Google Meet, this is what it does. So get used to it.
Hey, look, I brought him over to the dark side, and now he has to figure it out, and he hasn't invested the time properly yet. He will.
I've been busy.
Stand firm, people. It will be right, and I promise you, even if he has to put a reverse one on there to make it display properly to you, it will show up properly within the next week or two.
Yep.
Oh, that's
great. You just gotta iron out the kinks, man.
It's fun. And you know what the great part is? It's free. Google Meet is absolutely free. And since you have a paid version of some Google product, you get the full blown everything Google Meet because you're also paying for the AI and everything. So you're definitely getting the Mac Daddy version, and it's included with your AI package.
Yeah. 100% love Google Meet from Jimmy. And I'm right there with you. Not a big fan of Teams.
Okay, so we need to put a little screen. We need to put a little
G Suite, baby. Yeah, exactly. G Suite over everything.
All right, hold on. Where do I go see what you're talking about, Kyle?
Twitch.
Twitch?
Yep. Here, I'll add it to the.
Because I can't do this with you talking on the other side, and I can't see what the discussion is. What's your handle there, Cadexo, or what, Kyle?
NAUDXE.
Of course, branding, so solid.
Yeah, I know, right? But the company's
I love that solid branding. There he is.
By the screen name that I go by.
So that's hilarious. Okay, so where do I see the chat? Where do I see the chat? Chat.
Put the comments up with OBS. I mean, I could put the comments up with OBS. The only issue is that I have so many different. I got so many different applications inside my OBS. Like my chat is tiny. But I can always pop it out. Right.
Got it.
Oh no, I just lost chat entirely.
I see it, but it's red. It says 4 people are watching, but I don't see the chat.
Oh, you don't see the chat yet?
Well, I'm a brand new. I've never been at Twitch before. Do I need to log in to see the chat?
Shouldn't need to. Everything should be there. Should be able to just at least.
Oh wait, channel point sub only chat.
Is it?
Yeah, elevate your subscription. It says elevate your subscription.
Hold up. Dude, it's been so long since I've been on here. I didn't know I had sub only chat. I don't even remember where to. Yeah, nope.
Where do you see the chat on your screen when you're on it?
I gotta gift him a sub. Are you sub? You're not even sub, so he's chatting.
No, I don't know. Yeah. You got 5 people on now.
Mm-hmm. We got traction over here, baby.
Nothing to do with me. It's Portugal. That's what it is. It's Portugal. Hey, cool. So while you're messing around with that and trying to figure that out, so Portugal. How about that tomorrow?
Dude, that's plane, baby. So sweet for you.
Yeah,
that's exciting.
I'm kind of freaked out. Oh, so there's another pop-out window for the chat. I got it.
Yeah.
Okay, I can barely see it there at the top. Oh, I guess I could go full screen with it. Oh, there it is. Got it. I can see it now.
Word.
Perfect. There it is.
Yep. So now we got chat floating around up there.
He's in. Very cool. Yeah, the idea of having the free version of it and putting it in the book, the first edition did not have the Google Meet in it, but the second edition does. And I didn't go too deep into it, but with enough of the basics and enough of the tricks so that it's really usable. And we'll share that. Why don't I share that one that the reason we can use a Google Meet meeting link as long as we do, because Google will assign a new meeting link to every meeting, right?
Yeah.
Just like YouTube. You know, you
Mhm.
can't upload a video to YouTube, take that link, and then say, "Oh, I want to change the video, but keep the same link." So Google's the same way with Google Meet, and you also can't just start a meeting with the recording already going. You have to manually. You can't just set a button like Zoom where you can say, "Just record all my meetings automatically." But if
Yeah.
you schedule a meeting, you can
Uh-oh.
meeting. So what if you scheduled a meeting 10 years from now and said record that meeting, and it would give you a link for that meeting, and now for 10 years that meeting link is good. It's solid. Now you can go and create a custom landing page like Kyle has or like I use, and then there's a button there that says join now, join the meeting now, and that's just that same Google meeting link, and they come right into the room. So it looks like you have this super custom setup and you're getting it free from Google Meet.
Yeah. No, I
that's
mean,
that's the that's the trick, right? That's the cool part.
yeah, I'm so glad you showed me about that because yeah, we were creating new meetings all of the time, and now whenever I have anybody that wants to schedule a last minute meeting, I'm like, yeah, go here, meet me there at whatever time.
Yeah, or
So
here's the link. You just drop it to them, say, I'll see you there in 10 minutes, and
yeah,
boom, they're in.
yep.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. Yeah, no doubt.
And I get to set up all the stuff beforehand, so I got recording and transcription automatically set up, and I don't even have to set it up each and every time.
Right,
So
because it's set for the meeting once, and that's it. That's it. Yeah.
yep,
That's a sweet part about using Google Meet. That was one of the biggest things that kept me from using it because I was too worried about having to remember to start the recording every time, right? That was a big thing with me because I train online and I teach online. And people pay me a lot of money, and we do a 2-hour session, and then they go away with their heads exploding, and they need that recording to come back to refer back to. And if I
yep,
don't remember to hit record, we're screwed, right?
yep,
So that was a massive piece of the puzzle for me. And once I learned I could do that, oh, game over or game on, I guess. Game
yeah,
on. Yeah,
yeah,
no
no,
doubt.
yeah,
So another big piece of what we're doing, Kyle. I was talking to my wife the other day about us going, and I said, part of the whole. Well, have we dropped the bomb about the
we have
new?
not,
We're
we
not
have
going. Are we
not.
going to drop the bomb about that today? Are we going to? I mean, I know it's so not ready. It's so raw.
Yeah, do you
Like,
guys do you guys want the bomb? You want us to drop
let's,
the bomb or no? You want us to hold off?
yeah, should we? Let's ask. Let's ask. We got some new stuff coming up, but it's not. It's just not. It's not ready yet.
It
I
is
mean, we can
not ready
share with
yet.
a couple people, but
It's on the way. Um,
I'm one of
but
those
it's
ready.
so exciting,
I'm ready.
right?
I'm one of those ready, go, set people.
Yeah,
I'm not ready, set, go. I'm ready, go, set. Like let's put it out there. If everybody goes, then let's finish it, right?
yeah. So
Why waste all this time and energy?
we got bomb on Twitch and Facebook. I think they want the bomb now.
I think Twitch just locked up. My screen's locked up on Twitch. I'm reloading.
I think we'll make them wait a
No, it's
couple
there.
minutes
It's
for the
fine.
bomb.
It's just me. I'm a mess.
We'll wait till the end of the meeting for us to drop the bomb.
All right. All
But
right. All right.
but it's coming. It's gonna be huge.
Oh, it does say I got to log in to be able to chat.
Oh, okay.
I guess because you got to be recognized. You got to be Yeah, they have to know who you are. That makes sense. That makes sense.
And there's another
I will do
backlink
that.
for you. You and your
Another
backlinks,
backlink.
man.
Yeah, that backlink geniusry. That's it.
Yep.
That is it.
So
Yeah. Have you shared that one with him? With anybody?
the backlinks.
Well, the idea of just setting up the free accounts everywhere just to get the backlinks.
Oh no.
Like, have I shared that with you?
Yeah,
Dude,
I
go to
keep
the-
that hidden. That's part
Yeah,
of my
you do.
secret SEO sauce,
Oh,
man.
okay. I won't say another word. Yeah, I'm done. I'm done. Shh,
Don't
okay,
tell
I'm
them.
done. I'm
Don't
fair.
tell them, man. They
I'm
won't need me
square. I'm
anymore.
square. I'm square. I'm with you. 100%.
That's how I was able to rank #1 on Google earlier this week.
Very good.
It was
Very
major
good.
backlinks on Yelp and Design Rush. Design Rush? Yeah,
Fine, right?
something.
Yeah, my friend Cindy's like, drop the nuggets, do
Drop
it
the
now.
nuggets. The nuggets are just a couple minutes. We'll drop nuggets.
But we're gonna drop the bomb on the new undertaking. I think that's That's we'll just tease it right now, but then we'll come back in a couple
Yeah.
weeks when I'm full bore back at it. For all of y'all don't know, I'm heading off for a couple weeks vacation. My wife and I spent she's been with me 15 years, and I have a 21-year-old, a 22-year-old, and a 27-year-old.
Yeah.
So she didn't make them or get any of the baby time with them. She just got the kids and teenagers and attitude. I mean, we have three boys, right?
Yeah.
So the youngest one is now in the military. He is, not going to need us. And we said, you know what, we're going to go take a break and take some time off. So we're heading to Europe for a couple weeks, just to.
Dude,
I think we're going to call it road tripping around Portugal, Spain, and
dude,
Portugal, but we're
that's
road
gonna be
tripping
so
in
great
Europe.
for you.
Yeah,
We and you have talked about this before, and I talk to people about it a lot. If you haven't made the trip out of the States yet, you need to just go and find some place to experience for a couple weeks. It'll change your entire mindset.
yep,
Um,
yep, yeah.
I made a trip out to Fiji last year, and I got there and realized, these people were working all day for $2 an hour, all day, and you're like, okay, what I'm doing right now helps nobody here, right? So
Right.
it's kind of really developed me into the person I am now,
Yeah,
just
it definitely
by
will change you. You got to see how other cultures live for sure.
had to
We are
completely
so
pivot.
self-focused. We're so self-focused. We're so self-centered, right? It's just crazy.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
yeah,
So
absolutely.
yeah, so that's what we're hoping to do. It's just, get a taste of, some other parts of the world, and definitely just spend some time just being us. That's a big piece of the puzzle. We've given everything for raising kids and dealing with their problems and with their, all the stuff, whether it's bad or good, it's just always been us dealing with it, right?
Yeah,
Mom's kind of out of the picture as far as the kids are concerned. Wasn't my choice or my wife's choice, but so it's been us, I mean, it's just a lot. You're trying to have a nice, quiet evening together, and even if it's something positive they're coming to share, you just
yeah.
come barging into the room, they vomit it all over you. It's like, shit, I was so close there, man. You really screwed me over, boy. I'm telling you.
Hmm.
Anyway, yeah. So the idea for us just to be us. I'm making my song list of songs I get to sing to or quietly on the patio out by the water. Right?
Yeah,
I'm just so ready to just romance my wife instead of just
yeah,
it always being something else we got to do, somewhere else we got to go, somebody else we got to take care of. So I'm really looking forward to that. That's my end game for this trip. Well, that's the goal for the trip, but the end game is to find a little town that we might want to go live in for
yeah,
a few months and kind of scope it out a little more in depth. That's what this trip is about.
yeah,
No doubt, no doubt.
yeah. That's awesome.
So, yeah. So what'd you get done this week, man? I worked in the shop all week. That was a lot because I own a little computer shop, and I worked there all week, and it was cool. It's cool really seeing my customers, um, seeing the stream of people coming in and out, helping
Yeah,
people. They show up, the screen's cracked, they're freaking out,
I
they
lose all
can't
my
get data.
pictures. Am I gonna lose everything? Yeah,
Right. And all of it. And then, 2 days later, 3 days later, they're coming back in, going, oh man, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I can't believe that they, got fixed and how inexpensive and how quick. And so, yeah, we've built a pretty good little reputation there, and it's fun to be in the middle of it. It's fun to
yeah,
be there and just feeling the vibe. I set up a little, you were there. I set up a little
yeah,
cubby in the corner. That's kind of my space, right? My son runs the company. So I don't want to get in the middle of the office area and he's trying to, interview people or dealing with problems.
yeah,
That's your stuff. I'll sit way on the other side of the room, right?
yeah.
So yeah, that's been really cool. But what you got going on this week?
No, this week was great for me. Focused on, I started reading a new book, kind of going over just how to communicate with people about about what we're selling and everything like that. And, started a new book, started morning journaling a lot. And, I've been working
That's
with a
good.
couple clients. Got one client. We're getting his whole. He kept coming to me. He kept going, "Hey man, I really want to scale my business," but he kept saying, I can't," because he felt like he had no help with a lower credit score. So,
Oh, okay.
dude, we've almost gotten him raised up to high 600s already.
Nice.
in like the last 2 weeks. This week was really big with getting a lot of that taken care of. Yeah. And yeah, getting his Google page completely reworked. So yeah, we do a lot to get businesses off the ground and help them scale. And that was really big. You know,
Sweet.
locked down another contract with another company, another service based company outside of Atlanta. So that's
Right.
huge too. Coming from the service history background that I came from, it's great to find these people that are in the service industry that are looking for help, right? We'll kind of
Right.
understand what they got going on already,
Right.
and kind of what steps to take to kind of help them. Because the one guy came to me and he said, I got came to me and he said, I keep getting people keep wanting to buy my business, but they don't want to like pay any money for my business. We had this
Then they're
great
not trying to
conversation.
buy
I
it.
said, well, where's your client list? That was the first question I asked him. I said, well, what's your client? Where's your client list? Where's your email list? I don't have one,
Yeah.
buddy.
Yeah.
You
Or they
don't
do
have a
this. They do
company.
this.
You
They
don't
go,
have a
here it is.
company.
It's right
You
here.
know what I mean? You have
Here's my
people that come
client
and
list
pay
right
for your
here.
service, right?
Yeah.
So it's like,
Yeah.
just being able to give them that kind of little, you know, nugget of information and let them know that hey, we start building a client list, you start building a client list in an actual newsletter 3 years down the road, 4 years down the road, when you're looking for that exit, you can really get the most out of your company, especially if you've already got work vehicles, if you've already got W-2 employees.
Right.
So it's like that was another big standout moment in my week, was just
Got it.
kind of strategizing with this business owner to help him just scale and plan for his exit.
Exactly. And you know what? That's the whole point of, I'm glad you went there, Kyle, because this is a good time to bring up this topic. That's a big, big thing that I think most entrepreneurs don't understand. They have an idea, they know they can do something well, they get a few clients and they think, oh, I'm good to go. I have a business. And what they,
Mhm.
even if they went to the Secretary of State and they got their corporate name or their LLC and they went to their local, uh, you know, courthouse, city, county, whatever it was, and got a business license, right? They think they have a business, but they're working 65 hours a week in the business, right?
Yeah.
So do you really have a business or do you just have a job? And that's the genesis of what Kyle and I are working on right now.
Yeah.
Because I've been doing this since I was hustling when I was 10 years old. I used to buy about $5 worth of candy at the convenience store before school every morning, right? And I knew my clients and I knew what they needed. The smokers wanted the breath mints and the younger kids wanted the sugary candies. I had everybody pegged and I knew what inventory to get. I was running a business, right?
Yeah.
But I was working in it. I was hustling every day. And then I realized my wife and I were talking. I don't think I've told you this part of it though, but about 14, I took my dad's lawnmower on a gas can and I started going to the neighbors and saying, hey, I cut your grass. Hey, cut your grass. Hey, cut your grass.
Yeah.
So from 14 to like 18, I was doing about $800 every 2 weeks in grass cutting, dude. And I was riding around on a 10-speed bike with a gas can, a plastic jerry can, bungee corded to my lawnmower, and then the lawnmower backwards with me holding the handle and holding it up on the back two wheels. And that's how I got from job to job, man. It was crazy.
Yeah.
So I've been doing this shit a long, long time. And I only legitimately became like a business probably in 2016.
Yeah.
So we've been able to build the last 10 years of what is now what Kyle's talking about, where you have your email list, you have a list of customers, you have a reputation, you're getting a Paydex score from Dun & Bradstreet now. Companies start seeing your company as an entity that can be used to borrow money and can be held accountable. Something business owners don't understand, and that's what Kyle was just saying about the credit score. If you don't have a business that has credit, that like you can say, here, my business is good for $1 million loan. And they go, oh yeah, cool. We don't want your social security number. We have your business information. Yeah. That's a business. But when they say, hey, what's the owner's social security number? What you're doing is you're putting your personal financial history as the business. So
Yeah.
that's you, right? And that's a big piece of the puzzle. So what Kyle's
Personal
saying is
guaranteeing. Yeah.
personal guarantee, right, right, right. But as you build that, and the industries and the financial world and the credit companies start to see the business as a viable customer, if you will, without
Yeah.
you being in the picture, now you have something you can sell. Now you have something that is valuable to somebody else to buy. So we want to start showing those entrepreneurs that think they have a business and they're really just working a job. We want to start very, very simply and start showing them the steps to take to go from I'm working every day, cutting 15 lawns a day with my other guy that works with me,
Yep.
and take them to the point where they have 15 crews cutting 15 lawns a day, and they're retiring at 60 and selling the business for $5 million, right?
Yeah.
That's what we want to do. And that's the genesis of the new idea. So I don't think we should share the name of it, dude. I think we need to, I think we need to keep that hidden until we get a little better refined. But that's, I mean, we could tease like that because we're not going to show the name tonight. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's keep that private till it's a little more refined.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, we can't dump that. That's a big reveal, man. That's a huge reveal, and that needs to be.
It's a huge reveal, and we need, there needs.
That needs to be revealed. Quality rollout with some power. So
yeah, exactly.
Up on that,
right? We start telling you about it now. You're gonna go, oh, it looks unfinished. Yeah, it is unfinished. It just started. You know?
Right. But we're those kind of guys. So we'll give ourselves a couple more weeks. Let me get back from my trip, and we'll grind down on getting some finer, refining it and getting it cleaned up, and getting the I guess the brand image nailed down.
Yeah.
And then our vision statement and all that stuff. We'll throw that in so we have some direction and we can tell people what the heck it is we're actually doing. All right. Fair enough.
Exactly.
Fair enough. A month from today, people. We're going to hold ourselves accountable. I'm going to be on vacation for two weeks. And I'll come back, and 2 weeks after that, we'll start talking about it.
Yeah. Yeah, no.
And we'll have a place for you to sign up. How about that?
But it's completely, wrapped around that idea of moving you from the technician, the manager, and the entrepreneur, and actually getting you to the point where you're actually running the entrepreneur space and not all three.
That's it.
Because that's such, every business, especially at the small level. Even at the small level, that's exactly what they're running into the issue of.
No doubt. No doubt. Yeah.
I don't want to invest more in my business. I'm scared that it's not going to pay back. And then, they stay in this loop of, I'm not going to spend any money on my business. And 3 years down the road, they're still,
we call that when you're my age, we call that the pauper mentality. No, it's the pauper mentality.
Okay.
You're a pauper. You're acting like a beggar. I can't give anything because if I don't get it back, I might not be as good as I am now. Yeah. I might not be as well off financially. I might not have, all the money in the bank that I had. I might have credit card debt when I get done. Yeah, that's part of the risk of being an entrepreneur. But if you never believe in yourself enough to say, hey, you know what, this is a great idea and I am going to go for this and I do want to expand this, because what we're talking about isn't something that you need to invest anything in except your own time and your commitment to you and your business. That's all we want to see. We want to see you take small pieces of what we teach, apply them regularly to what you're already doing. No new system, no new products, nothing to buy, nothing. And we want you to go at it with our little pieces of advice and see the needle move just a tiny bit at first. And then as you start getting it and you start seeing the benefit of just listening and learning and getting a little more involved in how the industry's working that you're working in, how your part of it actually looks, and how simple it is for you to leverage that because you already have a business. You're just treating it like a job, right?
Yeah.
And that's going to be the genesis right there.
No, and
that's our tagline. Stop treating your business like it's a job. That's it, Kyle.
I'm writing it down.
No, Gemini wrote it down.
Gemini's got it.
Yeah. Stop treating your business like it's a job. That's it. That is a perfect freaking tagline. Yep.
No, but I mean,
Oh, dude, that's so
everybody's
perfect.
been there.
Graduate to business ownership. And that gives away a little bit of what the name might be, but I'm not going any further with it. Graduate to business
But
ownership.
I
Yeah.
was there for, let's see, the first four and a half years of me being an entrepreneur. I was the owner, the manager, the entrepreneur, the marketer, the web developer, the everything. If you can find an idea of what a job title in that company might have been,
And you
I
did
did
it.
it all.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
It gets to the point where you're, you know, now now it's expanded to the point where I've got a fashion brand that doesn't even sell anything online, but I pick up the phone and it might be $3,000 on the other end of it.
Right.
Well, it's my job to
Right.
make sure that the client is taken care of and the product produced is of, the quality level expectations that we have at our company.
Right.
Right.
Right. But that's how you leverage it, because you can only do so many t-shirts a day if you're silk screening them yourself,
Yeah.
or you're, direct to film iron heat pressing. I mean, but when you leverage that and you have somebody that can do 5,000 of them a day, and
Yeah.
you can take orders like that,
Yeah.
now you can start making the money. So
Yeah.
that's what we're talking about. Taking your knowledge already of what you have in the industry. Let's explore my grass cutting guy, my yard maintenance guy, right? He knows his equipment. He knows how much it cost him. He knows who in town has it. He knows where to get it fixed. He knows where to buy the supplies, right? He has a lot of that already in place. So he's got the industry knowledge. And these are the things, Kyle, that I don't even think, if you asked a guy who cuts grass every day for himself, he gets the clients, he cuts the grass, he gets the check, he deposits it.
Yeah.
If you ask him, do you have any industry knowledge in lawn care and landscaping? He'd say, no, I don't have no industry knowledge, but you do. And that's part of this mindset shift that we're trying to get people to realize is you do already have a lot more knowledge about that than somebody who isn't doing it every day.
Yeah, he's
You
got
know
an
where
idea
the
of
places
market
to get
value. He knows
right.
suppliers. He knows,
Well, just the idea of knowing the right piece of equipment to buy. Like, in this industry, you can buy anything from a piece of crap at Home Depot for $50 to, a commercial quality piece of equipment that's going to cost you $3,000. But the $50 item is going to last you like 3 days, right?
Yeah.
The $3,000 item is going to last you 30 years. And that's the kind of stuff that person, even though they don't realize it, they actually are an expert in that industry, and they have information to share. They know about probably some of them know about what fertilizers to use, what weeds you can't get rid of and need to be dug up, all that kind of stuff. So we're starting with that. Like, let's just help you understand that you really do have industry knowledge. You do have value. You have a clientele list now, right? Even if it's just written in a spiral notebook and you transfer it one name at a time. When you get to the end of the spiral notebook, you write them into the new one. That's still a client list, and that's still a nurturable and viable product. And that's what we're trying to get people to start moving forward to. And that's what's got me so excited, because I want to mentor people. I want to see people be excessively happy about what they do and how they're helping other people to be excessively happy about what they do and how they're helping other people. Do you see where I'm going here?
Yeah.
If we all started working in that direction, this place would be a lot better off. I mean, we'd all be a lot better off if all we were doing is trying to be excessively happy so we could help other people learn how to be excessively happy so they could teach other people to learn how to be excessively happy. Right.
Yeah. And what happens is whenever, you're excessively happy, you're not yelling at the poor lady taking your McDonald's order at the end of the day. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's not her fault. It's you're so mad at the end of the day, right?
Exactly.
So,
yeah. And I'll tell you too, the idea of expanding and nurturing and leveraging and growing and scaling is what it's called in the industry, guys. Scaling a business, right? If that's not for you, that's totally fine. I totally get it. I spent 15 years running a sign shop in Lake Mary, Florida. And I was making about $200,000 a year, and I was happier than the pig in shit. And I didn't want to expand it. I didn't want to grow. As a matter of fact, when I sold that house and moved to where I am in Georgia now, I just closed the business. I didn't even think about trying to sell it or take it up to Georgia with or anything. I was so ignorant, right? I had no idea. So that really cost me a lot of money, I'm sure, and set me back 15 years worth of industry knowledge and experience and clients, and that I wasn't nurturing and I wasn't sending, regular contacts and communications to. All of that, it sounds like a lot, but if you'll just plug in and let somebody who's been there start feeding it to you just a little bit at a time. That's all. Just think of your business a little bit different so that you can start getting different results. That's what we're talking about. And if you're not into that, enjoy it.
I tell people all the time, I'm like, nurturing a client can be done by AI for the most part nowadays. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You set up the flow inside of whatever your email marketing campaign system is, and when a client reaches a certain point inside the funnel, you've created the email one time and it sends out thousands of times. And that company and that client still feels the same connection that they would have felt if you would have been just
because it's got your tone, it's got your brand,
it's got your tone, your essence, your branding.
Right.
And they haven't seen it before. And their friend is not coming up going, "Hey, look what this landscaping company just sent me."
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. Exactly.
But
well, I'll tell you what, Kyle. We're pretty dope. Excited, freaking losing our minds. For anybody who's still listening, watching, I am going to Europe for 2 weeks, starting in tomorrow. That's been my thing. Like, it's tomorrow. Oh man, I told my chiropractor. I said, "Hey, we're not going to be in town for a couple of weeks. Would you take us off the auto reminder?" Guess what I just got for tomorrow at 4:30. Hey, your chiropractic appointments for tomorrow at 4:30. Hope to see you. So we're just finishing packing. I did find, by the way, Kyle, the difference between the Google, the unisex male shirts and the female shirts on the Google shirts we had.
Yeah.
And I think you got one of the girl ones.
Did I?
It's
no way.
The distance of the amount of seam on the bottom of the armpit.
Yeah.
On the girl ones, it's only about 1 inch. Even in a large, it's only about 1 inch worth of cloth there. Yeah. On the guys, it's about 3 to 4 inches on the large.
I got the one that didn't say women's on it, but I like the way
it didn't say women's. None of them said women's. They don't say women's. They just say medium, L, M, or S, or XL.
Okay.
They didn't say women's on them at all.
Hey man, I like the way that it. I like the way it fits. I wear it to the
gym. That's because you work out. For me, I'd be like,
it creates a little bird well.
Man.
I'm like, yeah, I like this.
Skin tight on you. Okay, that is a Metro thing right there for sure. A redneck be like, "I ain't wearing no damn woman's shirt." Kyle's like, "Hell, I look great in this thing, man."
Hey, I don't care if it says men's, women. I don't. If it looks good,
that's the only difference.
I'm gonna wear it.
That's the only difference. It looks good, man.
Right. I'm a designer at the end of the day. If I look good in it, I care less what it says. Right.
Right.
So.
Right. Hey, man. You know what? I want to mention something. I did something yesterday, and I want to throw this out there to the listeners and people who are watching, and everybody else that just gets a chance to see this before it gets deleted. So I think Facebook only does 30 days, and then it kicks them off. I went to my local farmer's market yesterday morning, and I brought some fruits and vegetables. I brought a loaf of jalapeno cheddar sourdough bread that was made at 1:30 in the morning, and I bought it at like 9. Right? I went home and I made I got these tomatoes that are like
my soul right now.
Dude, tomatoes that are so big. And I said, look, make them right because I'm going to eat them today and tomorrow.
Yeah.
I sliced that thing like 1/2-inch thick slices, not thin, big, thick slabs, right? 2 big old pieces of jalapeno cheddar. I had a ripe avocado. I put that all together in a sandwich. I bought flowers for my wife and my sister. I brought a little hanger. Here's a bold thing. Look what I did, Kyle. I went and bought a little wooden plaque, and it says doghouse or something like that. It's got a silhouette of a dog, and where his tail would be, it's got a little metal hook coming off of it. So you screw the plaque on the wall, and that's where you hang the towel, and that'll be the towel for our dog towel, because when they come in from outside, you dry them off if they're wet, whatever. So I got it, to hang the dog towel on in my house in Portugal. And I don't even have a house. I've never been to Portugal. So that's the kind of faith and manifestation that even a good God-fearing man like myself, I'm going to tell the universe what I want. And I wrote
Yeah.
it on the back of it. I wrote for house in Portugal 2025.
Yeah. I mean, I feel like that's another reason why a lot of people, the entrepreneurs that are where they are, have made it there, right? Is because they are very, very particular about their vision, right?
Laser focused.
Laser focused. That speaking it into the universe, asking the universe for what you want, and somehow things just fall into place. Without that vision, anything could happen.
Anything. You
You
know what?
know what?
I call it magic effing pixie dust. Everywhere
Yeah.
I go, magic effing pixie dust goes in front of me. So I have an expectation for things to always go perfectly for me. For me,
Yeah.
specifically for me. Now,
Yeah.
if other people are around me, like the people be on that flight tomorrow, flight's going to be on time. Flight's going to be totally nice and smooth and no turbulence at all, no problems at the airport, no delays. Everybody else is going to get the benefit of that. It's because of my magic effing pixie dust that's going in front of me.
Yeah.
Right? So, but I believe that. And
Yeah.
that's why I'm 60 years old and I'm talking about retiring to Portugal, for crying out loud, right? I mean,
Yeah.
that's another piece of this puzzle that we're trying to leverage into people's minds, is that you see guys working at the Walmart or, shuffling somewhere, and they're working still, and they're 75 and they're 80, and and I'm not downplaying their situation or what they've been through, but I don't want to be that guy, right?
Yeah.
I want to be able to give back to the world at a level that will make a huge impact when I'm 75 or 80.
Yeah.
I want to do something that puts my name on the side of a building, right? Like that's the kind of impact I want to have, where I
Yeah.
paid for a wing of a hospital or something, right? So to be able to be free of the daily grind, which happened for me about 5 years ago. So at 55, I was freed from the daily grind. By 60, I wrote my book. I got it out there. I released a second edition. And now I'm a speaker and a teacher and an author. And I'm
Yeah.
looking at retiring so I can flex that time to help more people.
Yeah.
And that's what you and I are going to do. And that's what I'm
Yes.
so stupid excited about right now, dude.
Dude, I'm beyond excited about it. And it's like,
There's no limit to the possibilities. There's none.
No.
There's
And
none.
it's such vital information for, the people that are willing to listen.
Oh, I
Right?
want to say it so bad. I'm laughing because I'm just like about to explode. You know what? But it's because I'm a marketing guy. So the marketing angle on it, because of the name that you came up with, like anybody listening here, when you hear this thing drop, that's on him, dude. He came up with a name and it is so perfect. I'm telling you, it's,
I said, what does it do?
that's right.
Simplest
Exactly
form.
what it does.
Simplest
Exactly what it
form.
does.
What does it do?
But see, no, don't downplay that, Kyle. That's that creative visionary shit that really makes things, it moves the needle because you're willing to try anything. And when you threw it out to me, I was instantly like, boom, is that domain available? Let's find it. Let's make it happen. And we did. It was like within minutes, we had bought like 4 domains to make sure we had email, covered all the ones that made sense. And
then to top
possible
it off,
offshoot of
there
that.
were people just, these vultures from 2019 were just waiting for us to come up with the idea.
Yeah.
And they were like, $19,000, please.
Nope, sorry.
We used a different extension. It was 98 cents.
Yes. Y'all hear that? We didn't get the .com because somebody bought it 6 years ago and wants like $25,000 for it. So we just changed the .com to something else, which is even more appropriate for what we're doing. It was like you could have gotten upset, you could have gotten negative, but you're like, no, positive energy. Watch this. Change the ending. Oh, that even fits better. And it cost us 98 cents for the first year.
Yeah.
Boom.
Dude,
that's what I'm talking about.
And that's how
man.
you know that,
and make the universe do what you want it to do by being an amazing part of the universe.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, see, the thing was 5-6 years ago, that wasn't.
No.
Different extensions weren't a thing.
Nope.
You know, it was .com, .org, .net. you know, and that's what you got. And now
Yep.
they have all of these different extensions. So make sure that if you're looking for a domain name, if it's something that you like and something you think will work, make sure to check the other extensions out for sure.
Yeah, no doubt. Well, my name, I'm my brand. So I own a computer business, and that's a whole different subject. It has nothing to do with what we're talking about right now. But my brand for my book is your Google Guru. That's the hashtag there at the bottom,
Mm-hmm.
right? So your Google Guru is my brand, and yourgoogleguru.com somebody had, but your Google dot guru was 98 cents for the first year. So not only did I get exactly what the name of my brand is, but I shaved 4 steps .com, or no, 3 steps. It's
Yeah.
.guru instead of .com. But you would have had to say yourgoogleguru.com anyway, right?
Yeah.
So you still would have been typing the guru. So
Yeah.
you had to add 1 period instead of a .com. You just
It's
had to
another
put the
branding
period.
thing, right? Because I mean,
Yeah,
I even
and it
told you
looks
about
great.
that. I was like, we
Yeah,
don't want to go too crazy long, so that way somebody's gonna say, "Oh,
exactly. And then
gosh,
get
I
done and
like."
you realize you missed the letter. You get all the way to the end and you missed the letter or the period, you hit the space bar. Like,
Yeah, so it's like that's another humongous, like, just branding, like, key for
simplicity.
everybody out there, right?
Right.
Like, you
Yeah.
don't want people typing forever.
And if you can
You want the-
absolutely make it something that is relevant to what you're actually doing,
Yeah,
like I teach Google, your Google guru. That I think you can't get
that's
any
that
more,
guy
right?
right there. That's that guy right there. Because I am the most ominous person on the planet. I will leave everything in vague mystery. I won't tell you shit about what we do.
I will tell you everything.
But yeah, I met this guy and he's just like, oh, tell him exactly what you do. Oh, look at this. Codexo sites.
I do
Sites.
sites. Yes. Build websites. That's what I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, make it clear. Clear message, brother. Clear
Right.
message.
And
Oh,
yeah.
goodness
And
gracious.
and that is humongous for the organic traffic that you get at the end of the day. You know,
Yes.
we touched on it at the very beginning, you know, that high ranking organically. Because like I'm one of those people, me personally, like, yeah, I run ads. But me personally, whenever I see sponsored on anything at the top, I'm like, okay, what's next?
Scroll
You know
down.
what I mean? You know what I mean? I'm
Scroll
like,
down. Yes, sir.
what organically is there? Especially if it's like, you know, for certain industries. Like whenever it comes to, oh shit, I locked myself out of the car. I don't care. Just
Yeah.
you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
The guy that's got AAA next to his name. I want the AAA guy because I don't pay for that.
Yeah. So it's all about the industry, but yeah, those organic searches are huge. Like if I'm ever trying to buy anything online, like anything e-commerce, right? It's
So
like
I'll tell you, it's hilarious that I'm running around in circles with Twitch because I tell it what I'm doing and what I want, and it goes, "Yeah, that you can't. That's not the right name." And I'm going, "No, that's the name I want." And I said, "Okay, so send me my name." It's the same name I've been telling it I am. Yeah, it's like, okay, send my password reset link. Okay, now maybe we got it. I got it.
yeah.
This might be
Yeah,
working.
no, Twitch is an okay platform. I you know,
Well, I'm
there's
showing
a
my
lot of
age, right?
yeah,
I'm showing my age. I'm
yeah.
not part of it. I've never been a part
Dude.
of Twitch. My kids all used it from playing video games and streaming their video games and
Yeah,
stuff. But
that's the main thing is like, you know, is built around video games. But what people don't realize, and I tell everybody why I use Twitch, is because Twitch is actually one of the largest like IRL streaming platforms. There are 500,000 people watching people in real life do
got
their
it.
thing every day
Got it.
at any time of the day. It'll be 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning. There's still 400,000 people in there.
Ah, that's crazy, man.
It has a humongous market.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So let's see. I should be able to see the chat now. Maybe you can move it if you want. Uh, where does it chat show? Oh, there it is. Stream chat. Woo!
But yeah, Jimmy said not too long ago, he was like, this is so pivotal to teach working above the business is a humongous mindset shift.
Yeah,
And like
you have
that's
to do it. You can take that off the screen now. I'm there.
yeah, it's like that's what we're trying to convey and like really share with people is that aspect of it.
Exactly. Exactly. Oh, here we go. I got to send a code to my email now. I logged in, Twitch. Come on.
I'm completely
Guys are working me over, dude. 02604. Okay, let's go. Copy, paste.
yeah,
Boom.
I can't move the chat right now. It's currently blocked. Oh,
No, you have to go to the right tab on Gemini. One
it's
with the red
gone.
dot.
It's gone.
You were watching yourself, not the actual. Yeah, it's hilarious, isn't it? Oh, there you go. Now I got it all. Cool. Okay, I'm there.
But
I am up to date with Twitch. Hey, I'm here. Yay.
and, that's a oh man, I want to say it so bad. I want to say it so bad, but you're gonna have to
No,
wait.
no. We can't.
Oh, it's a first time chat. And you
I am.
follow.
I've never chatted on Twitch before, ever, dude.
Let's go, Robin. Yeah.
Look at me, go me. I'm up to speed with Twitch, man. God.
Yeah.
What do I have to do to be able to stream on Twitch? Is it a free thing or do I have to pay?
It's completely free. And then
Really?
and then once you get to the point, so I got some meta things for you to get partnered with them. But once you get partnered with them, they pay you out. I think it's about $3 per sub. So if someone
Nice.
pays $5, you get 3 out of it. No, it's a great
Nice.
platform. Great platform.
I'll have to learn something new. I'll play around with it a little bit.
But yeah, you get to build the whole wall and everything, and it's just like any other social media, man.
Okay. Yeah, I see
know.
your My PC, About Me, top donators.
Yeah, I got to go back and make some edits to all that because I'm not on Twitch a lot. I'll go live a couple times out of the month. We'll do these. But it's been a couple weeks since we showed up. Right? It's been busy. We had Mother's Day, and
right.
I was traveling. You're about to be traveling, so it's like we try to do this as consistently as possible.
Oh, let me show that real quick. I'm going to show everybody. So this is the kind of stuff, because I'm in the tech space, that I get to do because I know this stuff, right? So hold on, let me close off that window and then get rid of OBS. There we go. And let's share that screen. So
you trying to get on now? One of these days?
What?
Yeah, no, for sure. Jimmy, we're gonna have to get you in here one of these days. Jimmy's a great entrepreneur. So
I think I'm sharing the wrong screen. Hang on. It lost its mind. This one. There we go. All right. So yeah, Jimmy, that sounds great. Let's go. Let's make it happen. So we damn. I have 3 monitors in Windows 11. I got to turn that monitor crap off, dude. That whatever that
Tech
is.
Talk Sunday, and all the time there's like, technical difficulties.
Yeah, well, that's what Tech Talk Sunday's all about. Hey, stop. Okay. So
yeah, we'll get you on the schedule, Jimmy, for sure.
I have like 5,000 people that want to, see pictures and follow us, but I also don't want to blast all my public stuff all over the world to everybody. So still being quite transparent, but not having to put it all on social media. Check this out. We did the website for photos. And then I used one of my domain names. I just made a subdomain, robincstern.com. All right. So photos, robincstern.com, landing page. Boom. Cool little landing page. Everything that we're going to be doing for the first week, and then the home search at the end. So people can come here and check out the photos. And all these do is they link to my Google Photos. I mean, this is genius stuff, guys. I mean, it's not hard. It's completely free, because a subdomain doesn't cost you anything. This is a picture I took last time we flew to JFK on the way back. We were coming down, obviously, because that's the west and it's out the left-hand side of the plane if you're looking at the wing right there. But the subdomain costs you nothing to have it, as far as part of what you have already for your website. And then you make this little landing page, and then each of these buttons is just a link to a different Google photo folder.
The whole album.
Yeah. So this one, the Lisbon, Portugal. So I'm going to have, I'm going to have a couple of days in Lisbon. So all the photos from Lisbon will go here. And then I'm going to Nazare. We're going to be in Nazare, which is the surf capital of the world. The biggest waves in the world are in Nazare. So those photos will go here. So I just want to show again another free way to make this, pain in the neck of trying to share with everybody what's going on and what you're doing and how it's going. And hey, how about I just make a landing page? But you know what else that does, Kyle?
Builds out your XML sitemap.
It's, it streams traffic from all over the world to my landing page.
Yep.
People,
Yep,
this is what we're talking about.
You're using keywords that are going to be searched in different, areas.
And the hashtags for each of the towns and where I'm going and dude, this is the stuff we're talking about, folks, that will absolutely change the game.
And
this is what we're talking about.
Personal brands, but this is a personal brand. And so if you have a personal brand that's connected to your original business, everything, it's its own ecosystem almost.
It feeds right back around.
You're building up the Robin C. Stern personal brand. And then because of Robin C. Stern personal brand, they're able to find you on Google. Because they're able to find you on Google, then they find out you own a tech store. And, and this is why I tell everybody it's so important to have a personal brand, right?
You got to start early. Hey, go to any domain place. You can use web.com, name.com, anybody, iPage, Bluehost. Just go anywhere and go to domain search, type in yourname.com and see if it's available. And if it is, buy it and pay for it for the next 25 years. Because who knows? You may never need it, but for, $8 a year, why not go ahead and lock it in and never have to worry about somebody else getting it? I have to use my middle initial because a Dr. Robin Stern bought robinstern.com. And if you type it, it's hilarious. If you just do robinstern.com, it's this chick that wrote a book on gaslighting. But if you type a C in the middle, it's all me. I mean, it's absolutely rock solid branding. It's great to see how I did it. It's a classic, tale of just finding a way around, like we did about the name of this new endeavor we're coming into. $25,000 for the .com. No, 98 cents for the something else that we got that even fit better. So, getting
even better. Yeah.
Yeah. It's putting the C in it that changed the whole game. Right. So tell you what, it's been really, really cool. I'm really excited about it. And I'm really looking forward to what this is going to do, man. I can't even imagine. I really can't.
No, everybody I speak to it about, they're super excited.
Yeah.
They're super excited because, at the end, we've created a theoretical no risk system.
No risk. There's zero anything.
Zero risk.
Yep. Nothing new to learn, nothing new to buy, no
and for
product.
The price of a Netflix subscription. Netflix doesn't pay you back every month.
Probably less than you pay on Starbucks if you're a Starbucks person that does those big ones with all the sugar and the creams and the added caramel pumps and all. You probably less than what you pay a month in Starbucks is what we're looking at.
Yeah, because that's about like 4 trips to Starbucks.
Yeah, that's about all it takes. I think 4 trips to Starbucks. You get one of the big ones. It's probably $8 a piece. So
yeah, it's probably
not even 4 trips to Starbucks. 3.5 trips to Starbucks, man. That's it. Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, all right, cool. Jimmy's wanting to learn more about this. So Jimmy, I'll tell you what. Jump on my calendar because I'm always open to chat with folks about technology, and I give 15 minutes for free to anybody. I don't know, Kyle, if you have the same kind of deal, but
I do 30 just because I try to understand your business a little bit more. Like
so,
I try to understand you as a whole, and like that usually takes 15 minutes or something like that.
Yeah, exactly. But here's the deal. Here's a perfect example of this. Kyle is got his systems and what he's doing, but he's 20 something years old, right? So he wants 30 minutes to get to know you. When you get my calendar link, I tell you, you have to put the information into the description. I have a place on my calendar scheduling page that says, what are we going to talk about? Because if you don't tell me who you are, what you do, and what you want to talk to me about, then I'm going to be really struggling for that first 15 minutes of the meeting. But if you give me that information, I can sit down 5 minutes before our meeting, scan you all over the internet, find everything I need to know about whether you have it all together or you don't. And we can have a very, very productive meeting. And in 15 minutes, we can decide, are we working together or not? So
that's a heater. I've never even thought of that. I'm just like, I'll get to know you during the meeting.
Right? No. I want to do an online audit for 5 minutes. That's all I need. 5 minutes to scan you, find out where you show up on LinkedIn, where your website is, your Google page. Do you have a bunch of old stuff that made you look like an idiot or a jerk that you have to get rid of? I mean, that's 5 minutes is all you need to find that. If I know your name, your address, and the name of your business, so I can go
Yeah.
look you up and see what's going on, right? And
Mhm.
then I can start helping. And that's the whole purpose. That's my
That's
joy.
that's
Help.
the system you refined. You know
Right.
what I mean? Right? Like I'm still learning the systems. I'm still building systems as it is. So it's like I'm still working on refining.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kyle, I'm going to share a nugget with you personally right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how, because I think you and I are wired closely on the technical side of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Everything we come across, if we take the time and resources of our own, our own processor power to learn it, we can learn it. Even if it's something we really don't need. If
Yeah.
we want to, we can learn it and we can figure it out, right?
Yeah.
And at 60, I've learned what not to waste my energy on. But I understand if I was going through this right now and I was your age, I would be losing my shit about all this stuff. I wouldn't know what to do. I would probably sleep 2 hours a night every night, like because I would have the energy for that. But at 60, you got to start, doling out, what is quality to me and how can I serve the best?
That would
And that's
explain why I get 4 or 5 hours of sleep at night.
no, it's true. I would be the same exact way if I was your age, dude. I would never sleep. I would be all I want to do is be sitting there, click, 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 looking and learning. And
Oh yeah.
but let me encourage you to the idea of that 7 hours of sleep is critical to you not being a lunatic, okay? Because
Not
your
being a
brain
lunatic.
can't do it, man. It's biologically almost impossible to get 4 hours of sleep a night and still maintain sanity. So get more sleep.
Yeah. No, I got to.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys. The fun and excitement of what's going on in the tech space right now is it's unlimited.
massive.
It's
The new
unlimited.
stuff
I mean,
coming out of NVIDIA is just blowing my mind.
oh my God.
NVIDIA and Google have now partnered up, and like the stuff that they just displayed at NVIDIA 2025, like
Yeah.
I was like, dude, it's gonna take me 2 weeks to even catch up on what's going on
Yeah,
inside the AI and robotic space.
I'm
Which,
looking for the Pixel 11 now, buddy. They haven't even released the 10 yet, but when that NVIDIA chips get built into the 11, oh my God.
yeah,
It's going to
no,
be madness. It's going to be madness. I can't
yep.
even imagine. You want to talk about Chris
So much
video?
to learn. That's exactly why me and Robin are also doing what we're trying to do, because we're trying to take everything that we spend learning and share it with people, so that way it can go to one place and just quickly resource information.
Pull it all back up.
Yep.
And just so you know, Kyle is doing the whole Gemini thing on this Google Meet. So the transcription and everything. If you saw something, you liked something, comment, post, share. Jimmy, thanks for sticking around and hanging out with us. That's pretty cool to have some people that show up and do a little chatting with you. But if there's something we can share back with you, we got all the notes. So
Yeah.
we can pull it out and send it to you, or take the discussion further
So
if you like. I
awesome.
mean, that's what we're here for, to open up the discussion. And
Yeah.
does it got the notes about my boxer shorts in the beginning?
Oh
No,
yeah.
this is hilarious.
We're not gonna
He
talk.
starts the meeting and like we're still like,
You want to put stuff on blast?
I'm at home. I have a studio in my basement. I'm really not in Atlanta. I'm really not in Atlanta. Yeah, Robin C. Stern mentioning he was only wearing boxers. Yeah, that was it. There it is. It's in the Google Meet notes. I love it. I love it. So yeah, I came downstairs. I put on a clean T-shirt.
Yeah,
Right.
clean T-shirt, blazer,
and a blazer.
right? Professional up
Good
top.
to go. Good to go.
And
yep. What happens in Vegas stays in. Yeah. Did I do the same thing?
Yeah. But
I love it. Zoom changed the world right there.
Oh
man.
my gosh.
Oh,
yeah,
shit.
dude.
All right, brother. Well, I'll
it.
tell you what, I gotta go ahead, make some dinner.
Yep. I'm in
they're
the same
having
boat as you.
They're having two funky meals on the plane tomorrow. We're not funky, but my wife, she's not a picky eater, but two of the things that she's really not, thrilled about, there's the two options for the flight tomorrow to Portugal. So
Yeah.
I cooked two huge ribeye steaks last night on the grill. First, I actually throw them in the toaster oven on a rack, and I do them for like 45 minutes at 375, maybe 20 minutes on each side at 375. So I start the like prime rib roasting them, and then I throw it on the grill, real hot grill, for about 5 minutes on each side. That way I'm not outside for an hour because the steaks were 2.5 inches, almost 3 inches thick, maybe.
Yeah.
They were the Christmas steaks that I bought in my birthday. But I have a bunch of that left, so we're gonna slice a bunch of that up with some really killer cheese that I have. We're gonna pack that with a little cooler pack on it, and we're taking it on the plane with us. Be eating steak and cheese while everybody else is eating mushroom ravioli and some sort of chicken thing. I don't know, but
Well,
yeah,
you guys have an
when you're
absolute
old,
blast.
you think about this stuff when you're old, man, right? You go ahead and make your
Pre-pack?
life a better place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
We'll keep teaching. We'll keep teaching. All right. So what's the tagline for the ending? We've never come up with one.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
I mean, I want to use like a clip, every day I'm hustling, but that's not what we want. But we don't want that. We don't want that. We want people that aren't having to hustle every day. So we're taking them away from the hustle.
Yeah. I mean, you're
I'm gonna
still
get one of those
hustling. You're just
boards.
hustling different. Like you're just.
I'm going to get one of those boards, dude, where you push the little button and it makes the audio, pushes the audio into it.
Oh, soundboard.
Soundboard. Yeah, I want to love soundboard. I'm going to go to the pawn
Yeah,
shop when I
dude,
get back and
I
get
mean,
a soundboard.
yeah, we gotta come up with something. But I mean, we are hustling still. It's a different way of going about it. It's
Look, I'm in boxers in my basement. I'm not hustling. I'm hanging out having a look, folks. Just so you know, the whole genesis of this whole thing was we were just sitting talking, and we said, "Why don't we do this on Sunday afternoon online? Like we share so much great information when we're talking. People would really kind of benefit from this." And again, he said something about getting paid with Twitch. Who cares? Like we're just here sharing information, building our brand, having a good time, and most of all, if there wasn't a couple of really great networking events going on this week, I probably haven't seen Kyle in a week, right?
Yeah.
I saw him Tuesday. So here it is almost a week later. I haven't gotten to see you. This is how we get to connect. This is how we get to chat and hang out. This is how we kind of guarantee ourselves that we get to spend a little bit of time together and you guys get to benefit. And yeah, Jimmy, you can jump in with us, man. I'm cool with making it a three-way. Let's go.
Dude. Pause.
Yes, I said that on purpose.
Pause.
On purpose. I'm an old man, and I threw it out there because I knew it would catch everybody's attention. Hey, they named a wine Menage a Trois. Like, come on, are you kidding me? Let's go.
No,
Let's go.
but yeah, I mean, if you want to start coming on week to week, dude, yeah, we're just here sharing information about how you can.
He said no Diddy.
No Diddy. But yeah, we want people to be able to take advantage of stuff, for free without having to pay a $10,000,
exactly
premium to get to it. And it's like we just kind of bring whatever we feel is important now, right? And then you can go back and reference all of the old files, and you guys can actually go back and see what we're talking about and see if it benefits you, almost like a podcast. So it's like, yeah.
I'm totally
interactive.
Now, you want to hear something? Here's something real old man crap for you. My OBS screen. I got me. I don't have the screen with the both of us. So my Facebook stream has just been me talking. They're not hearing anything. But they are hearing what you're saying because I got the desktop audio connected. But they're just hearing you. They don't see you at all. I'm sharing the
I was muted for the first 5 minutes. If it Jimmy, I wouldn't even have known.
Oh, there it is. Look, there's both of us on the same screen now together. That's what I'm supposed to be showing. I got to figure out how to do that because I'm doing it to have me on there with you.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. I'll tell you. But
once again,
it's just
the old man and the technology thing, folks.
Hey,
don't try us at home. We are professionals.
Yeah. We are professionals.
Well, I'm just gonna say, so can I connect my Twitch to my Facebook so I can?
So what I'm actually doing is I'm just running a window or hold up, I'll tell you. OBS. I am running a display capture, and the display capture is everything on my one screen. So I have 4 screens. It display captures everything on screen 1.
But here's the problem.
It feeds through.
You're not using OBS like I am. And that's why your head is disappearing and you keep freaking everybody out. Yeah. You're doing the whole ghost thing, and I'm perfect with this gorgeous background, right? My OBS is my virtual camera. That's what I'm pushing into this so I can have this here. So I can't If I stream, it streams what it sees. So, Jimmy, you got a way I can have two different outputs
OBS
coming out
setups.
of OBS, one going to Facebook and one that's pushing my virtual camera to Kyle. That'll be the first episode we have you on, showing me how
Yeah.
to do that shit.
Dude, no, we're live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook right now, so we're everywhere.
All right, Jimmy, we got to get together. I'm looking forward to talking to you, brother. Jimmy said, "Yeah, we got some tutorials to use back in his streaming days. You're gonna hook me up." Jimmy, I'm gonna drop my. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna create havoc for the world, but you can't get to me for 2 weeks, so it's okay. Stack them up, boys. The calendar isn't that open, but I'm gonna put my calendar link in the chat. All right,
Yeah.
I'm gonna unleash the Kraken. All right. And then, Jimmy, if you want to jump on there, man, I'd love to talk to you about that. And actually, I'd just like to chat with you a little bit and get to know you. But I'll be out of town for a couple weeks. When I get back, you can jump on my calendar anytime you want. You just won't be able to get anything for the next 2 weeks.
Yeah, if you haven't figured it out already, he'll be out of town for the next couple of weeks.
Did I say that?
If he
I might
hasn't
have
said
said
it,
it a couple
once,
times.
twice, 16 fucking times.
Yeah. Wait. I showed you pictures, right?
Oh, sweet.
All right, man. Good deal.
But,
Good deal.
yeah,
Well, I'm gonna go
man.
make some dinner.
Yeah,
I got to
enjoy
stay up
dinner
late
and
though, because the time is 5 hours later right now. It's 10:25 at night in Portugal.
yeah, dude, have a great
So I got to
trip
get
over
used
the
to
next
being a
couple
little
of
later.
weeks, and we'll get back at it whenever you get back.
Look,
Have a
if you
good
want to
trip.
go live Sunday afternoon, I will pop in for a few minutes. I will hop on and tell you about the technology I've seen in the last week in Portugal. I mean, let's share. Let's make it international.
Okay.
All right.
All right. Yeah. Just set
Okay.
a time.
I got my little
Just set a
handheld
time
thing.
up and everything.
If I'm down by the beach, I got my little handheld tripod for my phone, and if I'm not, I'm in the room. I got my computer, so we're good.
Right on.
All right, brother.
Right on.
Have a
All
great
right,
evening.
yeah.
We got to come up with a tagline, folks. Help us come up with a really cool tagline to wrap the whole thing up.
I'm gonna drop that in the updates this week. Give me
Okay,
a
and we also
tagline.
need. I think the one that I started with. What did I say?
Stop treating your business like it's a job.
That's it. That's it. Tech Talk Sundays. Stop treating your business like it's a job. No, that's not the Tech Talk Sunday tagline. We need one for Tech Talk Sunday, though. We need to come up with one for the wrap up on Tech Talk Sunday.
Give me a couple minutes. Wait till the flow state hits. I'll come up with something.
Wait until I get my AI rocking a little bit and throw this information in and let Gemini chew it up a little bit. All right. All right, brother. Have a great night. Good talking to you.
Man.
I'll let you know when I'm there, and we're paying for the international plan, so my phone works just like the phone. I don't have to do WhatsApp or anything. So if you want to chat me up, I'm there. If you need anything.
All right, right on.
All right.
Enjoy yourself, man.
Have a that goes without saying. And I did upgrade to the SUV for $1 or €1 more a day more.
€1 more.
All right. Take care, brother.
All right, later.
See ya.
But yeah. Jimmy, no, thanks for showing up, dude. That was sick that you're hanging out the whole time. But yeah, that's what we do. We try to do it every Sunday. We just kind of go over what's been going on in the world. There's a lot going on with technology, AI, all these different, softwares. So try to keep it just regular, like pretty chill. It's Sunday afternoon. I'm not trying to, frame it out too much, but yeah, man. Dude, I'd love to have you on. Dude, you're telling me you couldn't come in and say, like, chime in on the conversation? Dude, me and you will talk for 2-3 hours at a time. So you have no 35 followers on Twitch. Dude, we were all there. I've only got 400 left. Dude, I used to have 17 or 1,800, and I'm down to 400, and some of them are active, so, But I streamed, if I can find it, let me see if I can find my overall history here. So if I go back to, boom, we'll go to Yeah, so I can find my entire thing. Look at this. These are all of my analytics. So he had 1,900 followers at one point in time. I just lost chat for a second because I moved it all out. 1,900 followers, 109 subscriptions, and dude, 2,000 hours on this platform. 2,000. So, like, this platform, I've spent so much time on it, man. It takes time. Yeah, dude. Um, but that just goes to show you, like, you know, hey, man, I've been trying. I've been trying. I just saw your text too while I was on this. I didn't want to like be rude and jump on the phone in the middle of the thing, but I just saw your text. So I'm gonna hit you back. And could go every night since we're remote. Yeah. No, we really could. But um I think we set up a couple times a week just to do something a little bit more consistently. Because I got plenty of people that I've been talking to um that I've been wanting to get brought into this new endeavor that me and Robin are getting into. So I got quite a few heads that I kind of want to get on here and have conversations with, and that's just an extension of this. You know, I'm kind of we're one step away from taking this into a podcast format and then just re-uploading this to Spotify. So I mean, the more and more episodes we do, the better. I'm gonna make a game of it. First one to 1,000 followers wins. Let me ask: does it count if we've already made it to 1,000 followers before? Because I mean, if so, your boy's already. Oh man, all right, fair enough. He said, eh. I mean, I still got the head start though. So, or is it 1,000 followers from the point we're at already? You're gonna need it. You know what you don't have though? You don't have your own emotes. That's me when I had red hair. 411. Oh, you funny. You funny. But yeah, man, I'm totally down to start doing it more consistently. Start doing, you know, all this because it really is just a conversation. At the end of the day, it's a conversation between a bunch of entrepreneurs, right? We're just sharing information that we think's necessary at this point in time. So, and I'm down for the race too. I am so ready for the race. Make me dab. Oh, there's no way that is there. Well, good sir, you paid your 500 shekels. I shall. And because you paid 500 shekels, that. Oh, bro. Dude. Robin. Bro, fucking Dubs. Dubs. Robin, your Google guru coming in and dropping the 10 gifted subs. That's gnarly. And we're at hype train level 3. Love you, Robin. That's so awesome. Dinner's calling. Yeah, I know. Same here. But the question is, Jimmy, do I hear 5? Do I hear 10? Do I hear 20? Do I hear 20 to match Robin? 10 to match Robin? 20 to raise it? Is that what I'm hearing? No, that's awesome. Thank you again, Robin. Dude, have a great trip to Portugal, mother. Great trip. Better keep me posted on updates. And he completed the sub goal too. How wild is that? I ain't even got it on. Hold on a second. That's my bad, dude. Can I replay that? I should be able to replay that, right? Notifications, where are you at? Oh, yeah. Right on. Well, that does it for me, I guess. Dude, I feel like I can't leave until the hype train is over. What if the hype train wants to continue? What am I supposed to do? How am I supposed to leave now? Dinner's calling. So is the hype. Oh, dude. What a life. Oh, we didn't even get to go over Replit. Man, that's such an L. Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still here. Awesome. Awesome sauce. And 30, 29, 28, the hype train ends. Sad to see, but no. Jimmy, I'm gonna text you and we're gonna set something up. We can either figure out if we're gonna do it this week or what's up. Not the Louis bag. Yeah. And it sounds like next Sunday we'll be live again. So you know, if anybody wants to keep coming by, learning more stuff about, tech, what you can do for your business in either the free sector or just, building your personal brand or any kind of entrepreneurship tips, make sure you tune in. Might even get Jimmy on here next week. So, all right, guys. On that note, I'm going to get food. It's been a good day. Catch you guys on the flip side.